Welcome back to the Bazaar. I'm Inko, and honestly, Vanessa feels like she's in a rough spot right now. With Vanessa more than anyone else, you can really feel the impact of the heal changes. Vanessa's poison builds basically don't function. They just don't deal enough poison to outscale any competent healing build. It just gets purged all the way off at pretty much every point in the game. It's brutal. Then her weapon builds get absolutely destroyed by any duty with a tanky Anki, and were only competitive with good builds before. It's not like they were steamrolling. I was saying in my previous patch review that like Weapon Mac actively outperformed Weapon Vanessa and resulted in Weapon Vanessa's skill start being a sort of inconsistent thing to take to 10 wins, because if you hit a bunch of Weapon Macs, you might just not be able to get your early wins and then you fall off late. And then old mainstays like Mantis Shrimp, again, the burn just gets purged off really effectively now. So I feel really aggressively pushed into strategies like Arbalest, like Shark Ray, like one weapon Langxian, whatever it is. I feel like I really absolutely have to pursue some sort of damage-based strategy on Vanessa. I've got very limited options over the course of the run as to what sort of strategies I can pursue, and I feel like she's in a really bad spot right now. The heal changes are really rough for all of her stuff, because like Mac has scaling poison items and incredibly fast poison items. Vanessa has access to pufferfish and catfish, but compare that to like the top end of what I posted on Quest Mac with poison the other day. It's absolutely not holding a candle to like the sort of poison build that can go 10 wins. As for today's run, well, like I said, I feel compelled to really aggressively pursue weapon strategies on Vanessa. So having said that, seeing an early Langxian, you bet that I went all in immediately, seeing that as my best shot at going 10 wins. Let's see how it plays out. Okay, getting into my Vanessa run, I feel like Vanessa and Pig are in a really bad spot in the meta, and it makes the start really hard from an optimization standpoint. We can take Enchanted Item, toss that right in the trash. It's fun, not competitive. Gold tier skills are the best thing for your early win rate. And sometimes it can give you a particularly crazy skill that's not just early win rate. It can give you something that actually gives you a late game win condition like Defense Grid and Dooley for force field builds. But generally speaking, gold tier skill is for early win rate. The problem with picking gold tier skill right now on Vanessa is that no matter which skill you pick, your early win rate is up to the dice gods. If you pick any weapon skill, you're getting bodied by tanky Anki. If you pick any burn skill, you're getting bodied by every heal build and by tanky Anki. If you pick any poison skill, bodied by every heal build. This also includes lifesteal builds. Gold tier skills are incredibly high matchup variance as to whether or not they actually get the early game wins they're supposed to justify their existence. Now, considering the recent patch buffs Income Start by giving you more board space on the first couple days, meaning it's easier to fill out those board slots effectively with Income Start, you'd think I would just be all for, let's go Income Start then. The problem is, late game infinite Mac combos, late game Dooley meta scaling, late game Dooley combos, Mac and Dooley run the show late game. Pig doesn't. Pig usually dies before late game. But if Pig does get to the late game, any pigs you see are just as cracked. Vanessa, and even Pig, I would say, both have a really hard time guaranteeing they're going to win with anything in the late game, but especially Vanessa. My plan is to go Income Start to give myself the best chance to pivot into the most broken stuff offered to me, like if I just see an alien with an obsidian, we go all in. But I'm mostly hoping to take this Income Start and find an early Langxian and do something crazy with it. Anyways, we have Store 1 middle, so that's a good shot at doing some nonsense with an early Langxian. Yes, please. Now, Orange Julian, hour 1, usually pretty sick. Not really a part of a normal Langxian build. But alongside a shovel with Income Start, I'll take it. Is there another medium item I want? Yes, I want a star chart. God, she's so nice to me. I could sell the shovel to buy a life preserver today. I think that's nonsense. We probably lose our day 1 PvP fight, unfortunately. But we're very well set up to be botting people later. Ideally, in the late game, you don't need this Orange Julian. But in the mid game, this absolutely could be an instrumental part of the build. I just need to put like one piece of cooldown reduction on it. We go Kyber Drone every time, by the way, to try to get a second Langxian or crit chance or cooldown reduction. But like I was saying, if I can get Orange Julian down to like just one little bit faster than the Langxian, then he could be really important in the mid game. It's probably not going to happen, but if I see an hour 2 Orange Julian, it feels crazy not to buy it when it's possible for it to matter so much like days 5 through 8. And depending on how the build shakes up much later than that, but the issue is I need to be stacking cooldown reduction on the Langxian, so it's highly unlikely I'm able to do it consistently. It might be a second swing sort of deal. But if a Langxian build's going well, you don't want to be in a world where second swings exist in the first place. Now, if you could just give me hour 2 Silver Lang, come on. I'm still taking it. Trained can be very, very good. So right now, my last item of the day is going to be a shovel, because that's better than Orange Julian right now. It's what we got. There's no point going to Kina. I don't have enough money to go to 2 shops. I'm going to take 4 gold. We're going to pip. We're going to get left or right-handed. Easy peasy. Kina could be the difference for crit chance down the line. I think it's very likely we play wide weapons with the Lang for a couple of days. We bring the shovel in, the dreaded words. I can gain 1 income or I can go to a small item shop. A Clamra would outperform the star chart right now, probably. I'm taking 1 income. Upgrading this Lang as quickly as possible is what really matters. Going to weapon and medium shops tomorrow to find that Lang upgrade in case I don't hit an early B1, B2 is very important. And genuinely, I don't think I'm winning day 1 no matter what I do. It's a day 1 railgun. We were completely boned from the beginning. He has 4 tech items, including an obsidian left-handed starting enchant and a railgun. The odds of winning were actually 0%. I would say my items didn't even activate, but when they have 9-second cooldowns, that's not really a statement about the quality of your opponent's build so much as the quality of your own. But we are set up to play Lang later. We were never expecting a day 1 win with Lang. That's part of why Lang is hard to make work. Kina can sell me star charts, life preserver. I'd rather take 3 loot items than a chance at the chocolate factory. Those are still very, very good loot items. Holy shit. It puts me in a little bit of an awkward spot though, because if I need silver Julian to even consider winging the Julian, but I might wing Julian here over my Langxian, depending on how it goes. I'm always putting both of these crit chances on the Lang. Probably today. I might be able to hold off in for a bit and be greedy, but likely today. Anyway, we go JJ. It's really important to get the Lang upgrade if we can get it. Hell yes. Now for the rest of the board, we really just do want to throw some weapon garbage on it. We have a shoe blade from the shovel, a bolus. That's technically a board. I think I roll because star chart upgrade's actually pretty good. Same with shovel upgrade. There are plenty of other items that can go on the board later. Like if I am going to be running an Orange Julian in the mid game, I think this revolver has a place in the build. Calico less so. I think this is a sensible way to progress. The issue is that I'm probably not winning my day 2 fight, which really hurts my scaling. I don't even know that I beat Rogue Scrapper, but that's fine. That's just more chances at mosquitoes. It's very important that I remember not to pick this up. Oh wait, no, it's the silver tier now. Okay, it's fine if I pick this up because it'll double to 6. I was thinking that it was like the old wings where it went, I believe, 3, 6, 9. So if I duplicated a silver wing back then, they would combine to 9, which is less than 6 and 6. But it doesn't matter anymore, at least not at this tier. Now, Proboscis does give me interesting stuff, but I'm not doing interesting stuff. I think genuinely, by far, Vanessa's best build plan right now is super fast one-shot, and Langxian is one of the easiest ways to get into that sort of build. How dare you give me something interesting in a run where I've abandoned fun for the only path to victory? Day 2 gold Lang, question mark? Orange Julian's also a big upgrade. If we're running a Julian today, something like a katana is not bad at all. I think there are good items at middle. I also want to upgrade the star. All right. That brings it down to the same 9-second cooldown after star chart. So we actually do put the first wing on Julian so that for the next several days, Julian goes off. Yeah, it just took a second for the tool to update. I was very worried. Julian will go off before the Langxian. And even for today, I don't think we're on the star chart. I think we're going to run more weapons. If we can find 1 more weapon, that would be ideal. Not a shotgun. So ideally, I run these 2 in a katana. And I've got the gold to roll and try for it. It's way stronger than what I'm currentently doing. Well, it's still actually better than what I would do alternatively, so sure. That's more income for Orange Julian as well. Gonna be taking my maximum gold value. Orange Julian loves that shit. A bronze sharpening stone on this really doesn't matter at all. I'm gonna put it on the revolver instead. Bring in my items, such as they are. Is this right? 30 damage is probably better than the 10% crit and cooldown. I think this is a shovel angle. I think the shovel is genuinely one of the best items we can put on my board right now. Curio is our last shop. This is not a situation where star chart's going to help. I have no haste targets, no slow targets. I could find a Fang, and I could find Chimeric Egg, both of which would be very, very good. I'm gonna go Curio.
Just close your eyes and grab something.
Oh, a UI issue I have. This shows the regen icon as though it's going to do 1 regen. If this has a regen icon, then Cinder should have a burn icon and vice versa. One of them has to be wrong with the way the UI is currently. Anyway, is Shovel worse than Rocket Boots? Rocket boots also open up shot glasses as board-wide haste, just turns it into a better energy potion. I think rocket boots is the play here. I need to sell these before my PvP fight anyway. There's also cooldown reduction here that I can pick up and sell first, which buffs Orange Julian as well. And Sunder is better than Shoeblade by a lot, but I would like to have both. So if I sell the Proboscis, I have just enough money to buy the Clockwork Blades, sell it, buy Rocket Boots, buy Sunder. That is the play. Buy the Clockwork Blades. I can actually buy the Sunderer first or the Rocket Boots first and get the cooldown reduction on one of those as well. I think the Rocket Boots clearly matter more in this circumstance.
Clean up the Bazaar.
Can I sell trash items and get the Sunderer buffed too? I just need any weapons to fill up my board tomorrow. Like, these aren't good weapons. They go off after Julian. Like, they run out of ammo first. And Shoeblade's so slow. I'm actually going to take the buff on the Sunderer here. And the minor buff to Julian, I suppose.
Been sitting there 20 years, waiting for
Okay, there we go. That's the best we've got for today. We have a 140 damage Silver Lang getting hasted by Rocket Boots, which are also hasting the Orange Julian. That goes off slightly before it, and then there's a Sunderer and a Revolver. Maybe they can do something. It's Dooley. We've already lost. Day 2, Dooley is veritably unbeatable, has been my experience. He's doing a Primal Core Armadillo sort of thing. Thankfully, there's no tanky Anki involved, but it should just scale enough to kill me, no problem. He has Uzi Fang charging the scaling on Sawyer. There's no shot. Yeah. Also, I don't know what your crit chance is, but that was way above average. My 15% crit was almost enough to save it, but I think there was no shot there. Like, I almost RNG'd my way out of it, but that was not a fight we're ever supposed to win. Barcoon, right after I sell my small items, he would show up. Grenade fits in with the strategy, but I'm honestly willing to sell it for more gold. Like, genuinely, I kind of look at my board and I think I'm just going to do this with the other two weapons on the right. I don't think grenade matters. I'm very happy to go to Barcoon and try to get that Lang upgrade and get one more gold, but I'm not really expecting to get great things here. That's actually very good. Getting a high tier star chart matters a lot for a build like this. You can have the grenade. I'm not running it. If I roll, I cannot afford a Lang, and buying it would be crippling. But it would be worth it, right? Maybe not. Rolling is wrong here. The vast majority of the time, I throw away 4 gold that I can't afford to throw away anyway. I can YOLO transform a thing. I don't have good things to transform. We'll go check out JJ's stock then.
Let's chat.
Life Preserver is not bad, but I'm not one-shotting, and this isn't going to give me the time to go off a second time. 16 seconds. It might actually. Well, 17, but still. Orange Julian's a 50 buff. It's going to gain 60. It's going to be 250 damage. So I'm losing my PvP fight is what I just heard. We're going to roll. Rocket Boots with the Katana does give me something resembling a build plan, because now I'm hasting Katana with Julian. Is this aquatic? No, it gained the relic tag. So figurehead does nothing for it. There's no way I can liquidate for the figurehead. If we drop the chart and put our board like this, we actually should beat the Aetheryte, no problem. This will go off, get this to 55 damage, and we'll win from there. And both of these have tickets. Aetheryte's just insane these days. Like, it hasn't been buffed. I don't mean it's insanely hard. I mean the average reward, right? It has rigged as a 1 in 7. Sorry, a 1 in 6. A ticket as a 1 in 6. 6 gold as a 1 in 6. A 4 gold loot item. I don't make use of it, but some builds do. And then only a 1 in 3 at 2 gold, when I think every other fight on this day at least has a chance at a bronze drop, right? So the average loot quality off Aetheryte is insane. Having a build that beats it, it's no longer important for experience reasons, but it's still very nice, because you pretty much always want to fight Aetheryte unless you're already angling for Freeze Duty and you see the snowman. Not the one I wanted, but still damn good. I think we go middle here. Our gold's not looking great here. I think I'm gonna go random medium item over going to middle. If I see specifically Lang, it's great. That's also great, actually. Previously, I was planning on running Star Chart. I think it's still better, because just like the base 15% and the crit chance is also... no. Because I'm actually getting a lot of my damage out of the Orange Julian Katana stuff right now, right? I could even give up speed on the Orange Julian because I'm getting it back from Sea Shadow in a roundabout way, and just run more weapons to benefit from the Julian, which I think is the right play. As for our upgrade of bronze item, we don't have a good target here. We can upgrade the Rocket Boots, making it more playable, but Honestly, rocket boots at silver probably are outperforming the Sea Shadow. 2 seconds of haste is a lot more than 1 second. I hate it, but I'm doing it. I think this is the strongest board I can build today. I would like to start winning sooner rather than later.
Sharpen, reinforce.
Nufu's not a good shop for me. Obviously, I don't have Nufu money. Getting an item at treasure chest sucks. I only see 1 page at Quixel. Like, I have to see specifically Langxian for it to be a good shop. I have nothing to liquidate, it feels like. I'm gonna get an item. Illusoray probably doesn't matter, but I do have trained. I can get a 3x multicast Illusoray over here, which is plus 15 whole damage. It's probably substantially worse than just hasting the katana, right? And then it's the same argument. Is the Sea Shadow doing anything? Not enough to justify its presence. And the Langxian's just not big enough. I'd rather have 2 more targets for Julian right now. Is the build good? No. But is the build okay? Surprisingly, yes. And we're up against Vanessa, which is great news for us. I'm way more scared of Dooley and even Mac. Lots of burn. New pop snappers, dark waters there at a shot glass. 200 damage box cutter. We're just dead. They just found box cutter randomly off of something. Fuck me, I guess. Literally soloed by 1 item, by the way.
You fall like a boulder.
I got a crit, but from the wrong item. I thought the Langxian crit and we won. If he just didn't have box cutter, I think I might have won that. How much burn was I under? I was probably gonna die without the box cutter, but it's worth noting that of the damage that killed me, 600 of it came from a random silver item that shouldn't exist. This is why I don't like going Lang. You are just desperately hoping to get wins you don't deserve the first 3 days. Like, I actually win that, I think, if Lang's just 2 small items that do something. No, that guy was too fast. I'd have lost either way. I'm gonna go for the extra fight off Mountain Pass because I'm running Langxian. That's pretty much the whole decision-making process. I should beat Retiree, no problem, so that's great news for us. Because we're pretty far behind pace in the Lang at 0-3. We really need to catch up for this thing to start working. The rigged is actually doing a ton for startup time since Julian is so important. Yeah, like the build's okay. What was that? A little under 12-second kill because of rigged, a 11-second kill? That's not bad. Like, the build is 0-3, but it's genuinely doing stuff. How many bronze items do we have? That's the neat part. Not a damn one. Oh, we dug up Matchbox today. We go to Docks, 5 gold, 1 XP. Now, it's very important that I never click on a fight that I actually lose. That would just end the run, basically. And I'm pretty sure I lose to Marianas. I only have 780 health. I have some very fast items for Julian that do nothing the first 2 times they go off. No, actually, I don't think it's that bad except for the katana. I think I beat Prince Marianas and the ticket makes his average drop so much better than everyone else's. Also, I won't the ticket. The ticket's a very substantial chance at getting an obsidian enchant I'd otherwise miss. What I do here is I run the Sea Shadow instead of the katana. That way I'm mostly just getting really meaningful item activations. I probably also haste the Langxian here. I think if I make these adjustments, I actually reliably beat Prince Marianas. The katana is detrimental there.
So little ocean in the universe.
Like, he's only got 120 health up on me thanks to Arm Stealer. I think this is favored. I still get the immediate rigged. I'm getting the cooldown reduction. Because of slows, Orange Julian didn't apply that Lang hit, but yeah, we're completely fine. We win this comfortably.
You have won.
I wonder if this is better than the katana, just trying to get the Lang to go off twice.
Enjoy it.
We might have a big enough Julian that this is starting to be the better strategy. Second Illusoray. You can have the Matchbox. There's never a level up that gives bonus gold for that. We're on skill level up anyway. Next level up is the one that you want to hoard for. Stunning Strike is neat, but like that's not how this build works. I am going to roll here. I'm incredibly wealthy somehow. When you slow, gain crit, non-weapon crit, poison freeze. A shot glasses would be pretty good with slowed targets and trained, right? I mean, not really, because I'm probably not running very many active items down the line. I was really hoping for like flat damage or good crit chance. Not this. Stunning Strike with 15% crit currently wasn't sensible, but these are all pretty bad. Theoretically, you can get silly things with train for scaling and non-Langxian builds, but this is not going to help me now that I'm playing Lang. and rigged being worse at my Grandmaster, like, I would like the extra 2 seconds of haste, you know? Clamora can make this at start of combat 2-second haste with the Grandmaster, so, like, I don't want to make my Grandmaster worse with these skills. Now, what am I looking for at Andy? Silencer, custom scope. Big hits. There's one of them, and honestly, the much harder one to find. I'm going to toss my bigger item here. Going to get a custom scope. That's fantastic. No silencer, but I'm still very happy with the state of affairs. I think the katana is out. I don't think it makes sense anymore. I think starting 500 shield makes a ton of sense with how my build works. We have an empty spot for the shovel, and I'm fairly confident this is, in fact, my best build. So let's go for it. I need the Langxian to go off twice, but if it does, I kill them, and I do that surprisingly quickly with all this haste. What is this? Crow's Nest wide weapons, rarely seen. Huge Arbalest, no shot glasses, just Zorkid. With just a Zorkid and starting shield, we should easily live through the first hit from that and just kill him. Yeah, no props. I actually don't think I needed the starting shield here. I didn't. I would have won with 94 health left. But against, you know, a better weapon, Vanessa, that didn't just believe they would somehow need a cannonball and have a 30-second fight where they both survived the sandstorm, I could have absolutely needed that shield. Finally getting a PvP win. We have to click Mountain Pass, really. It's not much more complicated than that. Custom scope is in the keep pile, so does the shovel and the star chart. The rest of this is sellable trash. We click Mountain Pass. We want those extra fights. Yeah, at least it's a good event. We have more than enough money to roll at Quixel at this point. We really want silencers. We really want upgrades to our mediums. We're not getting any of that. Kyber Commander every day of the week. This guy is nuts now. Counter-Strike is admittedly a lot worse than it used to be, but it's still great. He has 2 chances for gold wings, 1 chance for 6 gold, 1 chance for a ticket to the chocolate factory, and of course, unfortunately, 3 chances for nothing off the bees. But I think even though this is feast or famine, you're eating so good when you fight Kyber Commander and you hit anything other than a bee that it's just an automatic pick, especially if you don't have a ticket yet. Let's open the loot box. What is it? It's the best possible hit, baby. Goodbye, Katana. I'm very happy with that. That vastly improves our chances of winning long term. I don't know what I would use gunpowder for in a build like this, so I'm going to take the silver loot for more gold for Julian. That's just garbage, but that's fine. I'm really happy to get this expedition ticket because it gives you such a massive lead in the late game. It gives you very frequently a choice of enchants, sometimes obsidian, which would be great for my build, obviously. It gives me a ton of gold, which is great for the orange Julian. I'm just having this versus not having it. There's a reason I go after fights that have it pretty much every time in all of my runs. Anyway, that was our level 6 level up, so there's no longer a benefit to hoarding for level ups for another 3 levels, so probably don't need to hoard at this point. JJ should have a better chance of selling me a Lang than a random item. I do have arms dealer and my build's pretty slow. I'm actually going to flip bronze weapons with the amount of gold I have. The one that exists. I think a Corzina crest does make a good bit of sense here. Toss this grappling hook, pick up the Corzina crest, and let's see how my build shakes up if I try to drop some other weapons. So I can drop the rocket boots, go down to 8.1 Julian, 8.4 Langxian, but the Langxian gets up to 65% crit, which is not enough to one-shot somebody, very importantly. So I still don't think it's good enough. Anyways, next shop. Let's see if we can't sell some of this junk in our inventory for some extra gold. Thank you, Barcoon. It was up against extra experience, which is unfortunate, but Barcoon can upgrade the things on my board as well as buy my junk for extra money. I have no inventory space for a cove because I'm between builds right now. Is there a way to get out from between builds right now? Like, how much worse do I really get when I make the pivot? Because I would love to buy this cove, right? This cove is a huge, huge deal for me. My build is very meaningfully worse, especially if my opponent has any sort of crowd control if I do this. So I don't think there's any sensible way to run the cove here, as much as I hate saying those words. I will roll, though. We have plenty of gold. We can upgrade the Lang. We can also waste our time. Damn shame about that.
Maybe next time?
It is a pig. I think I'm not too scared of a day 5 pig. I don't know. If they've high rolled on weapons or on silk, they're probably favored.
It makes this more fun.
Generally, big health pig hasn't kicked in yet. Shows what I know. He has 1400 health and the starting shield. He's a purely defensive build without great scaling, but I've got orange shielding and I've got good scaling. I think we beat this just like comfortably. Because if there's no offense coming, Orange Julian outscales anything else. Like, this is one of the downsides of playing Pig. You play your, like, shitty little heal build where you're trying to figure out your late game, and you match into any sort of scaling build, and even with, like, this is a bad apropos, but even with, like, apropos chapeau and hogwash, you just get run down immediately by vastly superior scaling. Glad to have another win under my belt, though. I think I get my level up before the monster fight. No, it's one bit too late. Unfortunate. What did we fish up, by the way? Charge an adjacent relic, but it's a 6-second cooldown because I don't have quest items. This actually just only works in Mac. I also can't afford to upgrade it. I've got to put my upgrades on Langxian, so it's cool, but it's not actually very good. It also missed times with Julian on the first volley, so it's not very good at all. I was very hyped for a second because it's such a good item in Mac, but it doesn't work without quest items. That just isn't good items, period. Midsworth can't give me what I want. Docs levels me up before my fight, giving me more Langxian scaling, which is not minor.
Full sail, my boy.
Get this baby to gold.
Tightened, tempered, oiled, and tuned.
I beat all of these. There's no experience difference. I'm great on gold. I actually think I'd go to Dire Inglet for a chance at an Obsidian Fang to replace the Sunder. Like, that would be a big step up from the Julian. Yeah, I like that argument a lot. Aggressive doesn't exactly do anything. When you use a weapon against crit is not kind of, you know, it's antithetical to what Langxian wants to do. I also have a chance at crit here. There's good average gold value, surprisingly, with the pelts. That's not true. There's so many silver smalls. Well, yeah, but if you're talking about average gold value, it's only the items that don't do anything that you count. So,
We barely got our flags up.
nice. That works very well with Orange Julian. Goodbye, Sunder. You've been great, but we're not keeping that. Aerodrome to buy a second ticket, obviously. No, I want a silencer. I need a silencer in the late game. Gotta find it someday. I'll take more crit chance for sure. So looking at this, Julian's giving 240 damage to the Fang, and the Langxian's massive. I actually think the Revolver is not as good as the Gold Crest, because like 30% more damage from these two is huge. It also helps with my space issues just a little bit. Not that my space issues are really important. I have 4 slots that I can liquidate pretty easily. Tina, I realize I've never found a crow's nest. And if I did find a crow's nest, I'm not even sure I can run it, but still, I would like to have it. Sea Shadow upgrade's nice for the time being. And we have enough space, but I should probably just sell these things anyway to make Julian slightly larger, right? No, 4 damage on Julian won't matter.
You should know.
I wonder if it makes more sense to speed up the Fang now.
My fight isn't with you. But
What's the timing on that? Bad, I think, right? Our opponent's playing Treb. If he's big enough to kill us, only 28% crit on these, so I probably stand a shot with no shot glasses. Like, if he had shot glasses with Assault Claw Treb, I'd be so scared, but he does not, so he should be okay. Come on, somebody go off.
bring her about. I've
We got there.
another salvo with me.
I think we grossly overkilled. I think the Langxian had like gone off, but not actually triggered the attack yet, right? Yeah, X1. So even though the timer was at the bottom, it was still between the internal cooldown where the timer finishes and the item actually activates. We were well past killing him. That's another 80 damage on the Lang, I believe. Yes. Docs are good. What did we dig up, by the way? Hamlet, no use for that. I think we go Tox Clocks for the chance at Silencer. Like, that's very important to find at some point. Unfortunate. Would I have wanted Diamond Sea Shadow? I've got the gold for it.
Make deals, not war.
No, 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 not these. Well, I want it at some point.
Enough, friend.
It's a little bit early, but I guess I'll take it all the same. I think at gold, the star chart's actually better. It goes down to 7.9 from 9.9, so the first volley happens at the same speed, which is really important, but with higher crit chance, which is really important. And down the line, as Sea Shadow goes off over and over again, it might actually become faster since cooldown reduction is additive. I don't think it will. I think it's just the first volley improved by this, but that matters a ton. I could run a 65% crit Obsidian Fang that charges Julian every time it goes off instead, but that wouldn't scale the Lang in the late game. And I need to scale the Lang to win, I think. As much as I like the idea of just playing the Obsidian Fang with the holsters and being really all in on that today, I need to scale the Lang. I'm so confident that the Obsidian Fang strat is not going to win on day 12. Weapon skills for sure, right? because that could unlock shield bash. Yeah, I really want to funnel towards that. Like left-handed is fine, it's even good, but right-handed could be on the next page anyway, and there are way better skills. Unfortunate. We're only at 6, and Noisy Cricket doesn't do anything. Lifting is just generally a bad skill, and I have no freeze for Shatter. Those were some pretty weak rolls. No strength, no right-handed. Is there a way to get Noisy Cricket active that makes any sense? It would be just dropping the star chart and running more weapons. It doesn't sound good. I'm not buying many more weapons. Like, my economy doesn't support lifting. Again, I'm just gonna not do that because I'd rather not make my Grandmaster worse. I'd like to get skills that I can actually run at some point, but I'm kind of struggling with that. I think we beat Ghost Pepper, but I might rather get Bonk anyway. Yeah, I'd rather get Bonk. The extra experience from Ghost Pepper matters far less to me than a chance at. Would Spices be good? I mean, they're sort of just Orange Julian, but better once I drop the Obsidian thing, right? Bonk, extra gold. This is definitely the better fight on average. Spices are genuinely good, I think. Anchor, not so much. It is a good chunk of damage, but actually, it's only 20%. I thought it was 30% at gold. Never mind. Not interested at all. Middle can be good, but the extra shield for my PvP fight can matter a ton. No. I still really need to find a silencer, and losing the shield might cost me a fight today. I'm gonna go to Andy instead.
You've just taken the first step.
Diamond Corzina Crest, pretty early. 75% crit chance on this, 40 on the Fang. Clamor is something I really wanted. We toss the Anchor. We pick up the Clam.
You're a smart one.
Not really a way to run it that makes sense right now. I would just use it over the Sea Shadow, basically, in my current build setup. And that can't be right. But down the line, when I'm like trying to kill somebody and just instantly, you know, Clamra is going to be great. We're not there yet. We have a lot of cooldown reduction and a lot of scaling between a now and instantly kill my opponent. I don't think I'm favored against a Dooley. He's at a similar trajectory to me, just with like a win on day 1 or something. But day 7's the point where meta-scaling dinosaurs just sort of becomes unbeatable. Forklift. That could be beatable. Dive weights is pretty good with Forklift, but he has no shield, and I don't think I'm gonna die. I'm definitely not gonna die because I have the shield. Yeah, we get him. No problem. Not even close with all crits. Or Julian is actively being worth his weight here. I'm glad I picked him up early. I wasn't sure, but I did convince myself he's crazy in the mid game, and he is currently being crazy in the mid game. Admittedly, Obsidian Fang is a huge part of why he's currently crazy in the mid game, but it still counts. I don't think I care about anything from apparel, so I want to go chocolate bars or poison item, and I'm moderately broke right now. I only need to worry about my income for today, though, right? Like tomorrow I have infinite money, because tomorrow is the chocolate factory, and I can definitely clear that if I just don't go to the wrong fights. Still, though, I'm just going to take the income option here, because I can't afford good chocolate bars. I can't make space for chocolate bars properly. I'd rather take an income option than 30 health. Like 4 gold in my eyes seems like it has to be worth more than 30 health. Ayla, Langxian me, come on. That ain't it, Ayla, come on. No dice.
You'll be back.
Now this is how you win a
8
war.
gold versus a loot item. Wings are so good, though. I've got the money. I'm going to take the loot item for the chance of the cooldown reduction. Unfortunate. Here, I think it's a pretty easy Cosmic Rock for feathers. I could get the vehicle skill for Sea Shadow, but I don't know that Sea Shadow makes a final board. Ideally, Sea Shadow goes off after the Langxian. Like, that's how fast you want to be with Langxian builds. So we have 2 chances at feather here as well, which is also just a higher percentage chance of hitting some cooldown reduction. Damage is getting high. 75%. We're not that far off of one-shotting. We still need help, though. Not what I wanted. Trade health for power. Enchant your leftmost item with deadly. That's not worth it, right? I'd have to lose, I think, 30% of my health. And deadly's not even a good enchant, right? You go, Kina. We're still missing a crow's nest.
Your dextroments.
Piano's neat. Not helpful at all for my build, though.
I suppose you'll go.
The piano card table is cool, but again, I'm trying to be faster than that. Hole, can you sell me a crow's nest, good sir? Very cool items. Not looking to play them today. Unfortunate. Let's make sure I clear my inventory before we go into the fights. This on the Obsidian Fang. I'm not going to see any shops tomorrow, so I can sell these now. All right, bad macaroni. Let's see what's up. He's on a worse win rate than I am. Or rather, he's losing later than I am.
You are a child to me, and I will punish
Test Subject Alpha, Nightshade. Adrenal Converter is necessary for his build to be good. He has 90 base regen, but we're going to get him to half before this does too much poison, I think. Oof.
If you think you hurt my feelings,
I think I needed to kill there. I think I had to get kind of lucky. He builds a lot of regen. He's self-poisoning the match, but I think he would kill me with poison before the Lang went off a second time. Maybe Obsidian Fang just carries, though. Regardless of how it happened, though, we claim another win. We're going into the temple at 5-3 with 14 prestige left. That is an incredible place to be for a Lang build. 1,000 damage is maybe a little on the low side for day 9. You can sell charcoal. And we're going to take the Obsidian enchantment and go Caltrops room because we always beat the Caltrops. We just need to remove some of our active items that aren't helping from the board. We just do this and the Lang will go off twice and we beat the Caltrops. Because the Caltrops don't actually activate that often. We could also beat the Caltrops with an empty board. However, obviously I don't want to do that. I have a Langxian. So they're going to hit me for about 400 damage. But the Langxian is obviously much, much better than that. It's another 60 damage scaling on the Lang, which is greatly appreciated because like I was saying, I feel a little bit behind curve. But it's like 2350 or something on these. It's very easy to make a board on pretty much any build where you just AFK or run one item that is worth more than this, and then you win. Enter the loot room. Let's go. I'm sorry, that's proceed to the vault. We random the Lang here every time. Come on, Obsidian or heal. Shiny's pretty fucking good, though. That's just better than Obsidian. I wasn't aware of that as a possibility. That also frees up an Obsidian enchant from the final part of this to be put on Julian for double scaling. A wing is great. A disconnect less so. What's happening? Are we good? I think we're good. This always goes on Lang. Medkit gold. Don't need any of this. The sharpening stone. I think I put it on Lang at this point. We're transitioning out of the thing. And I'll sell the bag of jewels too. I wonder if you can get a heal enchant from the final part of this. Maybe I should have held that medkit. I've never seen a heal enchant, but I don't know that it's not there. Okay, we have an orange Julian at 200, a shiny Langxian at 75% crit chance with 2,000 damage. It goes off. This is 7.6 exactly. The Lang is also 7.6 exactly. So I think it goes off first. We should beat Komats with this build. No problem. Komats has some crazy skills. He has like the when your opponent uses an item, charge a relic. I swear to God, if I'm throwing by clicking Komats here, but we deal so much fucking damage. That's the thing. They scale exponentially with the Shielded Viper Cane, Ancient Vengeance, and the Ethergy Conduit. But we shouldn't let them live long enough for that to matter. No crits on the first volley. Obsidian Fang carries. It's fine.
Share it with your world.
Their exponential scaling is also mostly in building regen, so I think we had like plenty of time for the Langxian to go off. That's not the item I wanted from you. Anyway, legendary relic time. What do we get? Oh, I've never seen this one. Darkstone Engine. 5 seconds, deal 100 damage. At the start of each fight, enchant a non-enchanted item with obsidian for the fight. This is plus 1 multicast for each obsidian enchanted item you have. A weapon is used 50 times. It's a quest item. This enchants a second item. I didn't know you could get quest items from this. Now, here's the thing. I can just buy the obsidian enchant directly and put it on Orange Julian, right? Also, 100 damage multicast lifesteal isn't that crazy. It becomes a lot better as an Orange Julian synergy piece. I'm almost certain the Darkstone Engine is bait, but I have such a big Langxian, I think I can fall for it. No, because like, what do I cut for it? Sea Shadow? That's my rigged trigger. It's making everything faster. It's meaningful. Star Chart? No, I need the crit. I need everything. I've just got to go Darkstone Focuser here. I genuinely don't think I'm winning the run if I take Darkstone Engine. This takes multiple days to unlock the quest. Like, the thing only goes off at most like 20-30 times in a fight. So, and I'm not going to farm for it. I'm going to be running the Langxian in PvP. So this is not going to unlock for a while. It just makes my build worse. I'm not falling for the bait. I'm taking the Darkstone Focuser. I'm just doubling Orange Julian and winning the next couple of days. I'm not doing this. Congratulations, buddy. You doubled your effect and gained 50 gold of value. He's just moderately larger now, just a little bit. I'll also chuck the other stuff. Julian is up to 550, the Langxian shiny. We are comically strong compared to where we were at the start of the day. Does not mean we'll win. Our opponent can just blow us up first.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of
Looking at Tortuga? That's usually not fast enough unless there's a shot classes. Holsters, oh, that's fast enough. No, actually, not really. We should be good then.
You've got talent.
Oh, we didn't even need the shiny. All right. I'd like to thank Orange Julian for going off first. So right now they're still in lockstep on their cooldown. I've used the same wing on both of them, and Julian does resolve first, which is good. But down the line, I want this thing to be so fast that Orange Julian is a secondary idea. It's not important. And to do that, I basically need to find a silencer. Not the diamond items I want, Andy. Come on, Andy. I know you can do better than this.
Window shoppers.
Andy, I'm not a window shopper. Your stock is just garbage. We got a Hamlet from the shovel today. Not important. We're gonna go Ayla looking for the upgrade to my Langxian.
And you might.
Yeah, I figured the odds were so low that maybe I shouldn't go there, but here I am. Haste and charge. That should include shield bash.
I'm not a fitness trainer. I train your perception.
Mixed messages. Not really good with the way the build is currently structured. It can be really good with this Calamra if I were to drop the Fang though, right? This would be charging it pretty substantially. It's not quite big enough just yet. It only hits for 1 million. I think Shield Bash is fundamentally more broken. I don't know. 1 second charge with stacking cooldown reduction? Like, I'm a silencer away from thinking this is completely insane. I can roll and see 3 totally useless haste skills, right? There's way too much in the pool. I'm taking mixed messages to scale with the Calamra later. There's like 15 skills and it's only Shield Bash that I want. We should be able to beat Lord Arkin here, I think. Double crit damage, though. And a pendulum with a Calamra, right? Yeah, Lord of the Waste has 2 massive hits for us. This is just 50% more damage, meaning we're one-shotting. We're just done scaling. And pendulum, I put the Calamra over here. I put the pendulum between them. And that's also crazy. We're coming up on our level 13 upgrade. I would gladly diamond the pendulum over the Langxian. One of the useless ones. We have a 50% shot at Lord of the Waste every day, though, so that's not the last chance we're getting at it. I think I still need to go JJ. I'm just looking for very core items I haven't seen all run. Like, gumballs are good with the Langxian, I know, but you gained Relic, not Aquatic, so we're not doing anything there. Probably for the best. The things I really need are Crow's Nest Silencer, right? I don't think middle is helping. I think I'm better off going to Bazaar and pushing experience for future days. We're pretty damn strong. Honestly, the Calamra's probably already better, right? Just get this thing to go off faster. Like, it's killing them. It's dealing 1315 times 2, 2600. If either of them crit, it's a one-shot. If both of them crit, it's a mega one-shot. And the Fang is like covering the gap, but it's making it so much slower in the end because I'm not getting the mixed messages procs, right? Losing 3 seconds of charge doesn't seem worth what the Fang is doing at this point in the run. Also, a start of combat slow could absolutely cripple somebody depending on what it hits. Xenomorph 420 is a real weird name. I'm a fan of the Aliens franchise and weed, and I thought you needed to know both of those things about me. Heavy Frozen Flame. Well, that shouldn't be a problem because... yeah, it's just gonna die to the first hit, right? Yeah. Nice freeze, buddy. I will say, that might have been a lockout. Wait, no. Weasel Pete's not a relic. This is just a lot of freeze. I would have eventually gotten through if I got no crits, but there might have been a 1 in 4 for a super awkward fight there. Also, this slows everything too, doesn't it? Yeah. But we get through, no problem.
Full sail, my boy.
10 gold versus a loot item. I'm in it for wings, man. Nothing but wings. Nothing but useless loot. Maybe we can go to a monster ranch and still get no cooldown reduction. That'd be nice. Pole. I would really like a Crow's Nest. I don't think Julian's doing anything. Think that dude is on vacation. Pole, please. The lifesteal would be really appreciated, Pole. Yeah, I can drop Julian Corzina at this point perfectly fine. Not a problem, because I would go to 100% crit, gain lifesteal. The build would just be better for it. Anyway, Ayla's so weak. Like, upgrading this to diamond, who cares? I have 2 insane skills, and now I have to pick. So I don't actually activate that many items. The difference in 3 and 6 isn't that big. It will actually be a much, much bigger effect from picking rigged. So I'm going to take rigged here. Unfortunately, we're seeing Trash Titan today. I beat all of them, no problem. Actually, I don't know that I beat Property Bear, no problem. It will come down to crit RNG. I think I want to go Baltaro. There's no great hits on anything today, but Assault Focus at least hurts my opponent's build a little bit. Keen Eye helps me a little bit. Like, these 2 skills definitely make it the right fight. It's just, it's like a 1 in 6 to get, didn't even need the second hit. Good job. Yeah, so we're pretty fast. How long is that? 1,000 to 1,000. 2 seconds in. All right. We probably beat Dino Dooley then. That's pretty fast. I would feel much better, much better if I had a crow's nest to have 100% crit chance and lifesteal. But here we are. Also, no silencer. Still no silencer by the look of it. It's fine. Who needs them? Silencer and crow's nest is bougie bullshit. No one actually needs it. Just do it with a homegrown Langxian. Yeah, it was unlikely I get shielded crow's nest, but it was worth a shot. It is a 6-win Vanessa that hasn't died, which I think means it's a Langxian race. Like, Vanessa is so bad in the meta, this person's either incredibly lucky or their build's super cracked, which probably means Langxian. It's not Langxian. Radiant Magnus's Femur with shot glass. It's just the shot glasses build, but his start of combat freezes did not hit my Lang, so he loses.
Defeat does not
The first win not critting did keep it dramatic, I will admit. But we get there. Beating shot glasses, diamond, Clamra, diamond rigged, shot glasses, radiant unstoppable Femur. Multiple start of combat freezes, but none on the Langxian, which is what mattered. The second start of combat freeze. Oh, it's at diamond. It's a 5-second win. It's the one that's just randomly better. Dude, that build is cracked. Like I said, if a Vanessa hasn't died on day 11, they're doing something horrifying. Now, I think the best upgrade I have is just the star chart, right? Getting a little bit more scaling, the difference in 80 per fight, 100 per fight, not a big deal. Getting 5% more crit chance and cooldown reduction to reduce my chance of failure and go off faster definitely matters more. Ayla's really not the shop I want, but it's competing with literally nothing, right? So I'll give it a shot. This is roughly how I expected my time at Ayla to go. Apparently I dug up a Zork and I didn't even notice it just now. I am very happy to take extra fights because at this point, I don't trust myself to go to Kina, right? Like, just go take the extra XP. The extra scaling on the Langxian. I can go to Kina. I would benefit from Silencer. I would benefit from Crow's Nest, but it's against a free fight on a Langxian that I'm guaranteed to win because nothing beats this from the monster encounter pool. Actually, no good encounters for me, so I'm going to go Void Colossus again. And once again, he's just going to get bullied. It's not quite as good as I want it to be, but it is literally going off 2 seconds into the fight, so how much can I complain? Like, it's going off so fast. Oh, that's the same item. Sure, upgrade it to diamond. Why not? You earned it.
Now, this is how you win a war.
Adira for diamond skills. There are some huge hits here. That's one of them. Is it? Unironically, is it? I think I'm better off with crit scaling. This goes off 2 seconds in the fight. Why on earth would I need lifesteal? Either I've killed them or they've killed me. There is no world where I need lifesteal, right? Maybe against like a lemonade stand pig, the lifesteal is helpful. If they got a damage over time enchant. My thought with an Exorable is that it might not even give that much crit chance by the end of the run. 80% of the time, this literally doesn't do anything on a given attack, right? Because I already have 80% crit chance. Lifesteal can matter a lot if I get frozen or something at the start of the fight. I'm going to take Circle of Life. I think it's just very, very good, and I'm probably getting something worse than it. I don't think an Exorable is better. We can go middle, upgrade Julian or something. Just going to toss this random trash out of my inventory. I don't know what I can get at middle that I need, but I can just start burning gold for Julian at this point. Because, like, I literally don't have a use for this gold. There's only a maximum of 4 days left in the run. I'll go ahead and end today with a wanted poster. Why not?
Oh, delivery's free. I like the exercise.
Andy, do you think you could stock a silencer for me, bro? The answer to that is a resounding hell no, it would seem.
Buyer's remorse never. Be remorseless.
Yep, no silencers for 12 days. Despite that, I do go off 2 seconds in the fight. Like, we figured out the cooldown reduction anyway. Toss these for the gold. I aim to save rocket boots, so if I get like a turbo enchant, I can put it on Corzino Crest and buff the duration. But it really, really should not matter.
Go ahead.
It's a veritably undefeated pig. I think that means it's probably Jabalian Drum and we kill him before he goes off. Shielded Skyscraper is not what I was expecting. Icy Money Tree. So one of those just came from Kev. We did it one shot. Do we go off the second time fast enough? We heal and he doesn't scale. Oh, he can crit though, 20%. Grumble, grumble. Was that just Langxian betraying me and not critting one of the shots? Yeah, one of the hits didn't crit, that's all it is. Wait, what? Did the battery go off at the same time and give him defense crit? I'm not quite... Oh, he had hard shell. That's what it is. I think it did crit twice and hard shell saved him because he's just a bit... He's just a pig with more health than he should have and hard shell. I think that's what it was. Killed by monster skill, yeah. It was double crit. It wasn't the Langxian's fault. It was just hard shell going off between them. If I'd got an obsidian, it would have killed him. If I had put obsidian here instead of taking shiny, it would have bypassed the skill. I hadn't thought about like playing around specifically exactly one monster skill when I didn't take obsidian. I think that was crazy though. I think putting it on Julian was right, even if I lost that fight because it wasn't on the Langxian. Anyways, we go Kino, we look for silencer, because again, making this thing faster is great. Fantastic. I'm very happy to have a crow's nest. Actually, it doesn't do much anymore, does it? Yeah, that is kind of true. It doesn't do much anymore. We have lifesteal already. I don't think I needed to buy that. I'm just flipping it for Julian value, I promise. We'll go Goldie, look for silencer. That's still good.
Told me about you. You're one of the good ones.
I don't think Crow's Nest makes sense. Maybe it does, right? It's 100% crit now. Like, obviously, I don't have Orange Julian for scaling, but scaling's not really how the game works at this point. And again, this dude's just not showing up. Bit rude, my man. I will go Balsaro, though, for a chance at Kenai. Kenai can help me switch out of this because I don't need the lifesteal anymore.
Maybe I should go back to the feral life.
I wonder if there's another timeline where I rolled on one of these skills, got shield bash, and I actually won that previous fight. I don't think a haste enchant's gonna do much for me anyway, looking at it, so I'm just gonna toss the rocket boots now. Pretty rough monster drops in these past couple of days. Don't have a use for plus ammo. Ayla versus Pearl. Well, there's literally not a weapon I need. So let's go see what Pearl's dig site has for us. Heavy dock lines is neat, but it's just not how the build works. I see that you're stocking the entire lighthouse build today. There's no way for me to run smelling salts meaningfully. It does maintain full haste uptime though, right? Because of the Clamra. Like we get the haste on the Clamra initially, it goes off twice in 4 seconds. That's 4 seconds of haste here. I think smelling salts could be better than Sea Shadow, but probably not at Diamond, right? Like, yeah, we don't have the haste generation, but we're not supposed to need the second set of haste generation. It should just be good enough off the rip. Yeah, none of this is seeming good. Maybe I just take 32 gold. It's not like I'm running Julian. I have 100 gold left. Dream bigger. Fine cooldown reduction. 100% lifesteal crit chance. Well, I've got a better method of accomplishing the same thing at this point. How much gold am I willing to spend? I mean, basically all of it. We won't cooldown reduction. We have no reason to settle for something that does nothing. Quicksilver doesn't do anything. Took a second to figure it out. That's rough, buddy. There goes all the gold. Shiny jellyfish. I think at this point, I just take the silk because if I have less than 40 gold, I basically can't afford to go to Nufu. JJ, what do you have for us?
Profit 10.
I don't think Orange Julian ever hits the board again, man. I'm just holding him because it feels wrong to sell him if I don't need to.
Buy, don't buy, as long as we get to hang out.
It's another pig. I mean, again,
I may be young
I
for a
just
captain,
one-shot
but I've
most
seen my
pigs
share of
on this day.
storms.
It's not normal for them to survive the hit. This one doesn't have shield, he has base health. 1,000 base regen? What are you talking about? Why would he have 1,000 regen? Why does he have 1,000 regen? He'd be dead if he didn't. Oh, he's running close sign. Well, that'll fucking do it. I'm purging everything, actually. He's not generating any shield. Oh, I eventually just double crit and killed him. We just got good timings. Nice. I thought that might be a loss in fatigue. The lifesteal did just win that fight because, like, Poison's not gonna win against Langxian anymore. What did our cooldown get to at the end of that? I would imagine it got... Oh, right. Sea Shadow's steadily making us faster and faster as the fight went on. Yeah. I didn't even realize I was scaling in that regard, but I absolutely am. So what's our cooldown on the last hit of this thing? It gets down pretty low. It would be much better with haste. It gets down to 4.1. 3.1 after that last one. So as Sandstorm gets here, if somebody's just like playing pure defensively, we do get stronger and stronger and stronger. We don't get down to like a 1 second cooldown though, which is what I would really need to feel good about my scaling. We're gonna go to JJ, I guess. Sextant might be better. I mean, sure, I'll take the Diamond Langxian. There's no reason not to. I'm not quite sure what I want to find for haste. I don't think I can find anything. I think it's got to be like specifically an enchant on the crow's nest. Kev's just a useless shop. I guess I'm going to do gumballs. I don't want to do them slowly and tediously. We're not running Orange Julian, right? Yes. Goodbye, Orange Julian. You're the least likely item to be run that I'm currently holding. I don't have enough room to buy gumballs 5 at a time. You know what? I'll just give up 2 gumballs. I don't want to do it. Let's call it a tip and be on our way. We beat 8-armed Davy, no problem. He has a weapon skill. That's all he needs to have. That silver enemy, Lord of the Waste, heard me talking shit. I was like, hey, every other day on average, you get to beat him up and get a great weapon thing, right? Never showed up again. That dude heard me and got the fuck out of Dodge. So strength's not much, but hyper focus could result in completely restructuring the build. The octopus is 50 gold, which is unfortunately useless. Upgrade an item does nothing for me. So we go gold tier skills. We get shield bash. We laugh to the bank. I have start of combat haste. I think quick freeze is just good enough. If I keep finding pigs with single massive importive items, like why would I not? I'll take temp health here. There's nothing Pole can sell me that's going to matter. Do I take temp shield? What can I find at Aerodrome? Monster Ranch. Monster Ranch would just be straight up fantastic. Curio only has the one thing, the clockwork blades now. This levels me up 66% of the time. I go to 17. 17's not a skill level, is it? Level 2 is the skill level. It's the first one, and then it's every 3. So 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17. 66% chance at a skill vendor.
Does not matter. The Bazaar is more
Of course.
It is their plaything.
We toss this. We don't have a Julian anymore. The ordering doesn't matter. Literally nothing but pigs. I'm glad I took the freeze skill.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
Now, what sort of enchants did you hit? What's happening? Oh, he has big ego. That explains it. It's Beehive? We do just beat the Beehive, actually. Oh no, we're slowed and burned. The fiery enchant just kills us. Just nothing but pigs with AK health. Did we miss a crit there, though? No, it just wasn't enough. What was all of the burn from? I feel like it's a shocking amount of burn, but it's just from this? Oh, it says 2 burn here, but that's literally not what it does. That's really weird. Yeah, okay, it was the bees. This thing did nothing. Unfortunately, because we went off before the bees, we didn't purge any of their burn, and then we don't go off a second time. Did the slow matter? Did I lose to Sea Dog Saloon? Well, if he didn't have Sea Dog Saloon, let's be real. I lost to this guy rolling a damage enchantment on Beehive and finding all 3 Beehives the hard way at stores. It's a pretty silly high roll. Anyways, I guess we're going to day 15. This build can win on day 15, but health pools are getting out of range, which is a huge problem for me. That's a good enchant. It's the one I absolutely needed to hit to really scale at all. Everything else did nothing. Shame about the rocket boots. When you crit with a weapon, hasten on for 2 seconds. Hopefully it's this one. We go weapon skills. I think weapon skills has a higher chance of hitting it. I'll check. So weapon skills has 31 hits. As for the haste and charge, there are 10 haste skills, 3 haste reference skills, and 8 charge skills. So there's only 21 here. At Zara, we pick this.
You'd seen what I've seen. This would all make
Is that enough to get the second use? I think it is.
This is why I wear red. So the crew
Because we have
won't
rigged at the
see
start and only a diamond horse, or up to a diamond horse rather, I think diamond mixed matches is enough now. Especially with the haste coming out of it. No medium items improve the build. Well, there's no next day, so we can toss that. And we can get premium chocolate bars for health, I suppose. Kev. He can sell me a shielded clamra. Like the other options didn't do anything. Shielded Tortuga is a pretty cool item. Not for me. Hey, he finally showed up again. A pendulum would be greatly appreciated, buddy. Or foreboding winds. Like, if I had just gotten to see this guy a couple more times, because like he has 3 absolutely insane hits, but he only showed up twice. And he did not give me said insane hits. Toss all this before I somehow forget and go into my PvP fight without it. Gumballs. Honestly, I think 17 regen matters more. The crit chance does nothing. They could have a deadly fort, you never know. I'm taking regen. They don't have a deadly fort. I'll take another level.
Is at the edge of the fun.
Right that time.
Take a loot item. Hey, we finally got one. Took all run, basically. But that matters a lot. I feel good against Vanessa. I don't think Vanessa will usually have a way to stop this, although Vanessa might just be doing this, but faster. It's day 15. Do I see a Lang? No. Toxic Dockline. He's doing shot glasses fever again. Oh no, we didn't kill the first hit. We do have better scaling than we used to. We're okay.
Next time, boys.
So the second mixed messages was probably not optimistic enough. His scaling is literally just tripwire and shot glasses. The shot glasses aren't even good though, because he has so few items. It's a very cool build from him. I don't know how I'm seeing so many Magnus's Femur Vanessas lately. I honest to God think it's just that like the Vanessas that don't get this are dead. So like every Vanessa I see that's working is one that like did the mid game with shot glasses, shrimp, or arbalist, or shark ray, and they fight Oasis Guardian, they get Femur, and they stabilize off of that. I think the reason I'm seeing it so often isn't that like all of the Vanessas have this, it's that the dead wins didn't have it, and the living wins usually do. So apparently going after Oasis Guardian with a fiery passion is important when playing Vanessa because of shot glasses and also this other trash. 88% crit chance, by the way. I think there was no RNG there since he doesn't have any freezes or anything. I do have a freeze. It might have affected the outcome. Actually, well, no, right? I either freeze this, preventing his charging. I freeze this, preventing the slowing, or I freeze this, preventing the slowing. He has no active item that isn't crippling to freeze. If anything, I'd been better off freezing the shot glasses, I think, but it's largely inconsequential. Yeah. Anyway, this is my experience with Vanessa this match. I've just really struggled to see success from basically anything other than single-mindedly pumping one item to absurd numbers. There are so many one-shot builds floating around, so many builds with insane heals that just instantly cleanse any burn or poison build. So like, Mantis Shrimp just doesn't win in late game now. You encounter a lifesteal weapon, it's gone. You play poison, you encounter a lifesteal weapon, your build does nothing, right? You have to play big weapon Vanessa now, and that pushes you really hard towards like what I'm doing and what you've been seeing from the opponents with Magnus's Femur on Vanessa. You have to find some way to play big weapon, and it has to be fast enough to beat Dino Dooley, which is really hard. You have to end up doing nonsense like this. And it turned out, because I just couldn't get good early wins and I had a bit of rough opponent RNG, I had to take it to the super late game and use my Langxian twice, despite mine not being fast enough to do that reliably. Yeah, it might have been better to drop the Crow's Nest towards the end for like the Corsina Amulet and just any 2 non-weapon items to get more uses immediately out of mixed messages. I didn't think about that. It was probably correct. At least in the end, it didn't cost me the run. So misplay or not, we made it over the finish line. I do think because of Crow's Nest's existence, taking this was not optimistic enough. It may be a lot stronger then. I think I was just traumatized from going like 13 days without seeing a Crow's Nest or whatever it was. I was like, I'm never getting Crow's Nest. We have to take Circle of Life. But I probably should have rolled that page because I could do better than Circle of Life. And then again, there are so many bad weapon skills that maybe it was still the right call. Hard to say. Because like I was saying just now, since I have Circle of Life, I'm able to cut the Crow's Nest and make more use of my diamond mixed messages. The reason I didn't do that earlier is only 3 uses, like Sea Shadow goes off, then Clamor goes off at 4 seconds, and at start of combat, we were done with the gold when 2 seconds in, right? Now that it's at diamond, there would actually be a benefit to running more items, and I probably should have been. In particular, something that could haste this. Let's wrap this up, though. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.